Alright, we are back with some Thea. I do believe that we were going to go out wandering. We could probably do the Elven City now. Biting leaves as evidence. Well, I mean, so can other aspects of fighting, but it's just... That was the thing that that bothered my parents more than the actual fight, apparently. What do we have here at the Kupala Night? Let's go see what that is. Kupala Night. Part 3. A Place of Power. Oh, right. That was another one of these, dragon magic things, and I think that one looked like we were going to have to actually fight a dragon. I remember that now. Alright. So that's what we got over there. Probably have enough magic to do the Elven City thing. But I think I needed to do more food swapping. I think that's what I was going to do. Yay! First part of the first, of the stream back, and I'm going to do inventory management. Seems fine. Alright, alright, we're going to keep fish with us. So let me just put everything back into our village, and we'll choose fresh what we've got to draw from. Oh, I could probably leave that. Okay. So, food that we have lots of here in our village. Well, we can take some fruit. Because we most definitely have some fruit to declare. That is a Mystery Science Theater 3000 reference for those unaware. We'll take some seaweed. Yum. Seaweed. So tasty. Alright, so that's the first 4 food stuffs. We'll take some cooked fish. This is by far the least tasty of all of my games in Thea so far. So not commenting on biting. She was bigger than me. What else was I supposed to do? Let her beat me up? You know, and I had nice sharp teeth that could inflict significant harm on her. That was my sister. We actually have a very good relationship. I'm pretty happy about that. We can do this, and I guess we'll do the cooked bird as well. There we go, cooked bird. And seaweed fruitcake for good measure. So tasty. There we go. That should be enough. Right, I don't have the vegetables to make that regularly. I do remember that. Production, crafting. You're gonna fall down into that. We're making seaweed fruitcake, grilled fish and mushrooms, cooked fish, fish salad, meat kebabs, fish tartare. We do have 10 varieties of food eaten here. Any of these that I probably shouldn't eat, like that. Do the cooked fish. Do that. And I feel like I could probably turn off something else. Is there anything that I'm not actually collecting that I'm eating? Or making? That's a meat roast, I think. So, yeah, we'll not do that. Alright. Back to the inventory. Do I have... I do have that. Okay. I should probably get a little bit more wood. we go. Scratch, pull hair, scream. I don't know. I still feel like biting is clearly the best response in such a situation. All right. Well, let's go do the Elven City. Let's take a quick look at our magic characters. Equipment. Let's turn that off, and if we filter by magic or hex challenge, get an idea for what we've got. Oh, right. No, this is Dark Moon. Yeah, I want these guys. You've got concentration, not much else. Okay, 2 magic, 8 magic, 2 magic, 1 magic, 8 magic, 3 magic, 2 magic, no magic, 6 magic, 14 magic, 11 magic, 11 magic, and no magic. Alright, yeah, we can definitely do some hex challenges. Some tough hex challenges. Let's make our way to the Elven City. Saw the Vorpal rabbit scene from Holy Grail early in life. No, but I did stay at a holiday. I mean, I did see Watership Down. Your village is swarmed by the Wailing Wraiths. They are a force of pure darkness, a menacing wave of tormented souls who seek nothing but the destruction of all life. It seems they've become more frequent of late, more angered and active for some reason. Welp! Alright, Sigurd gets +1 will to 14. Let's go ahead and begin the spellcasting. And we'll auto-resolve. It's not too difficult. And Jana gets +2 folklore, +2 magic, 13 magic, 4 folklore. And Sigurd, Shimino, Iolo, Mina, and Lord British all get +1 will. Let's hope this doesn't happen again soon. Oh, I think we will. I think we will have that happen again soon. 5 XP, 1 research point. Hello, Encounter. Searching through the area, you discover a skeleton propped up against a rock. The poor fella seems to have all his belongings with him, and there's no sign of struggle, so it's unclear what killed him. It's a very, canine-like skull. Let's examine the bones carefully. You discover a slight discoloration around the person's teeth and nails. Your medic knows that these are signs of the red sickness, a relatively common but sometimes dangerous affliction, especially to the weak. The good doctor knows how to search the body without touching the infected parts. Take the stuff very carefully. On the body, you find a simple weapon, clothes, some basic supplies, a single key, and a letter written on an old parchment. Let's see. So, we got a boring club, some leather, some string. Let's go ahead and read the letter carefully, because I don't think I've ever seen this event before. Dear Alma, I was hoping to make it to the hamlet of Zoria's Star, as I heard you found safety there, but alas, I was attacked by some rats on my way. These overgrown beasties were no real threat, but one bugger bit me on my shin. I fear I will not make it through the night. I already feel the taste of clay in my mouth, and I saw the red tint on my nails. The red sickness has its heavy hold on me now. I shall pass through the gates under the cosmic tree very soon. If fate will have it that you seek me out and find this unfortunate sight, please find a key on my neck. The key opens a chest that is hidden away in a cave nearby. I marked it on this letter, but beware, it was in the cave that the damned rats got me. My strength fails me, my love. Tell the chaplain I found only ashes where the cosmic tree stood, but tales of its seeds have reached my ears, so not all hope is lost. I have failed my mission, but perhaps others will not. The sun will rise again in Svarog's glory. Maislavad the Truth Seeker, dated 75 years after the fall of darkness. Okay, perhaps it is worth checking out the place from the letter. Leave. 3 XP at 1 research point. Bear Lair. Is it a letter from Matar? I don't know. Let's go to the Elven City. Hi, bees. Stay away. Not the bees. You find the tower just as Alice told you. It stands tall, looming over the countryside. Its dark stones show no sign of an entrance, but as you get closer, you see a lone figure sitting outside in a rocking chair. He waves his hand at you and smiles cheerfully. He is an old orc male, dressed in simple linen shirt and leather trousers, with no visible weapons on him. Hey, are you Zadra? Keep your weapons ready. This guy's suspicious. Hello, we're looking for someone called Zadra.
I am Zadra, though it is not a name I have used in a very long time. Too long for your years, in fact. How did you hear of it?
Well, funny you should ask. I met this elven beauty, you see.
Ah, I see you met my Alice. Was she okay?
Really? I mean, you've cursed her and all. She's okay, all things considered. She's not great, man. How would you feel after centuries alone and cursed? Have your talking bear recruit the bear in the bear lair? I have a feeling that there's no bears there. Really? I mean, you cursed her and all.
Right, yeah, stupid question, really. I just meant, you know, is she still, never mind. You're right, I have no right to ask after all. It is my fault.
Yes, it is. Why would you do that to your lover?
I was young and a fool. We were in love, but as you see, it is not an easy match. My matriarch banished me from my clan, so I asked Alice to leave with me. The elves were none better than my own people. They too offered an ultimatum, me or them. Alice chose family and duty. She implored me to stay and fight both our people's backward ways. I did not understand. I was so angry. I sought help from dark forces, and they promised me satisfaction. Alas, all they gave was bitterness and regret.
So you asked the dark powers to curse Alice?
It was not that easy. Never is. You see, I was a fool tricked by my own lust. A creepy-looking old child haunted my dreams for months, fueling my anger and my desire for Alice until it burned so hot I was ready to do anything. The creature then offered me a deal, and like a child I took it. The creature told me that if I gave Alice this enchanted ribbon, she would be mine forever, and she would not speak to nor see her family anymore. I was overjoyed. I did it. She took my gift but scorned me still. I run to this tower where I met the creature. And the cock revealed his true nature as it laughed at me. From that day, she is imprisoned in her forest, and I am cursed to never leave this tower. Worse yet, it only appears here once every 100 years for mere days.
How long has this curse been going on? So, can you undo this? I have the red ribbon if this helps.
The ribbon. So you really have spoken to her. I suppose with this damned thing we could actually try to break the hex. I have been studying this for centuries. Let us try. Will you help?
Sure, why not? And we lose our red ribbon. For some mystical reason, red ribbons are the bane of many demons.
Excellent. I do not know if it was Alice's magic or the gods themselves, but I believe you will be our salvation.
The orc begins to prepare for the ritual. He takes his clothes takes his clothes of something. We don't know what, but he takes the clothes of something. And paints his body with an elderberry extract. Well, that taunt is going to be accurate. He then throws some rock salt onto the ribbon and sets it on fire. The blaze burns red and sizzles with malicious laughter. In the smoke, you see the face of a wrinkled child. Let's join in and help. 4 hexes. We'll begin combat. Why not? Okay, so I get to go first. Let's go ahead and put out Eelil. Okay, next up, let's go ahead and put out Angel Kitty. So you'll definitely take that one out. You'll take that one out. Let's go ahead and get Dracophile out. And I could probably counter tactic. Yep. So we'll get another one out. Let's go ahead and get you in, and we can support ally. Support ally. And then Yuri. And then the rest of you guys who are going to do absolutely no damage. And then, not that it'll matter, but we'll get you guys in as well. Is his other parent a hamster? Probably. You never know with orcs. You see the orc twist and contort as he battles the power of the hex. You see the familiar gray ash swirling around the fire. Then it all stops. The red flame dies, and the ash drops to the ground and disappears, and you see a huge smile on Zadra's face.
We did it! I am free! Thanks. Thank you, my friends. Now I must go back to Alice and see if she's okay.
But before he is able to leave, Alice appears before you all. Wow, hello. I guess the curse really is over. Alice nods to you. Yes, I am free, though my city is naught but ashes. But I suppose that matters not anymore. As I promised, I will give you a blessing of the Silver Oak peoples. If you are worthy, it will give you understanding of magic. Alright, Angel Kitty gets +3 magic, up to 9. Sherry, Kijikun, and Karn get +2 intelligence, +2 folklore. That is going to be 3 intelligence, 3 folklore for Sherry. Oh, you know what, Lel Bunny? I meant to link you on Discord the song that I always think of. I'll have to do that after this. Let's see, Kijikun +2 folklore to 8, +2 intelligence to 6, and Karn, same thing. Folklore 4, intelligence of 6. Thank you. What do you mean worthy? My meaning was expressed with all the clarity I am able to give, young one. I will mark you and the spirits will make a judgment. Okay, thank you then. She nods and bows her head in response. You see Zadra stands by without a word, but there are tears in his eyes. Alice looks at him for a while, then turns back to you. I will ask you as my savior, should I forgive him his folly or avenge my city and my fate? Avenge it, whatever his reasons they were weak and selfish. You both suffered enough. At least talk to him. Just let it go. Anger is what causes mess. Thea is a sad place. You two should try to be happy. I wonder if it is possible to recruit them through this in any way. But I think I like the 3 option anyway. Just let it go. Anger is what causes mess. Alice nods and smiles and walks over to Zadra, who awaits her anxiously. After an awkward moment, Alice embraces her lover. They disappear together. Good day's work. Off we go. 5 XP, 1 research point. I would like to recruit them at some point, but oh well. Let's go ahead and do a hunting challenge. It's 3 skulls. We can auto-resolve that. And we get some seaweed cookies. Yuck. Take the loot and continue. Also, a 2 amber, 2 ruby. Also, it would probably be a good idea if I reset up these supplies so that we're actually eating all this stuff. And where did I end up with that? Well, that was kind of silly to not have all that benefit. What an underwhelming route. Well, 3 magic is nothing to sneeze at. And 2 folklore, 2 intelligence on a bunch of people. It's pretty good. Well, I mean, he's had 100 years of suffering. I kind of think that was probably, you know, and he definitely regretted it. So I'm very much in the mind that was definitely punishment. I guess we could gather some malachite here. As long as we are here. Can't quite get 3 batches, but it's good enough. Alright, let's go to the bear lair. Get into a fight on the way. We'll do a banishment ritual, auto-resolve. Good quality, small amber charm with 1 gathering and concentration. It's okay. Some spider silk. 1 XP, 1 research point. Is there anyone that we want to give this to? Would probably be better than 1 sturdiness. Let's see if anyone else has anything kind of boring. Well, light steps is sneak and hunt. This would be concentration is the same thing for magic, piercing. So that would be decent for Dracophile considering he has 3 magic. It's actually a little bit heavier. I don't really care about distraction and range damage, to be honest. And you already have a little bit of distraction. What's that link? Oh, Lel Bunny, I was just saying I was going to link you on Discord the song that I think of whenever I talk about Sherry. I'll try to remember to do that after the stream. Karn doesn't have any magic, so piercing for him isn't going to help any. Oh, you saw it last week? You looked it up? Okay, never mind then. Yeah, Dracophile, we'll go ahead and give you this. One of our... You already have that. What about you? Nah, we'll take this back to town. Alright, on to the bear lair. Let's check it out. You follow the instructions on the letter and discover an old cave that stands hidden from the path. From the tracks, you see that it is clearly not unoccupied. This cave is home to some grisly-looking bears. You cannot be sure if the chest still lies within the cave, but the place itself is definitely the one described in the letter. Guess the rats didn't stick around for 3 decades. Enter the cave and fight the bears. 4 bears. Begin combat. Alright, bears. Da bears. Player's turn, huh? Do I have any bludgeoning? I do. I can put out Sergeant Joe first. I can only put out 1 person, so yep, let's go with that. Let's see, bear versus bear action. Alright, Dooley, you're next. I can do someone else as well. Let's go with Elil. And I can do someone else on top. I should probably look at that before deciding who to put down based on the shielding that they have. Yuri, you can go next. Da bear. Da bears. Go ahead and get closer. You go ahead and get closer. Yeah, Sergeant Joe can take out both of them. That's fine. Angel Kitty next. MDB, take that one out. And finally, Denabre. Let's just end it. I don't think... Everyone else can take a break. Sergeant Joe takes out 2 of the bears on his own. You killed the bears, and the cave lies open for your exploration. Within its darkened walls, you discover a pile of stones laid neatly in the center. Just like Miss Levad said, and you unearth and underneath you find a large, heavy oaken chest, securely locked. We've also gotten 3 meat from the bears, 1 fur leather from the bear, 1 monster bone from the bear, and a smith's apron that is not all that fantastic. Let's go ahead and use the key. You open the chest and discover various samples of wood inside, as well as some precious stones. At the bottom, you also discover a set of pristine armor. Some precious stones, huh? I mean, they are literally stones. I don't know about precious. We did get some dryad wood, some dark wood, and nature's skin armor with some shielding. It's very light. That's actually not bad. Great, now leave before more bears come. The bears for XP at 1 research point. Do we want to equip this armor on anyone in our group? Kijikun. That would be ever so slightly heavier, but better in general. Angel Kitty has pretty much the same thing. This would be a lot lighter. Yaru has some dexterity. You have some dexterity. You have really good armor. You have really good armor. Everyone else has really good armor. Alright, Kijikun. There you go. You say you'll behave. Oh, we all know that's not true. There's some dragon bone down here. How much nimblewood do I have in the village? Hmm, 86 for now. I guess that'll be okay. We can all see the air quotes. Alright, so we got the Cosmic Tree, we've got the Divine Quest. I feel like going over and doing the Kupala Knight thing first. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, we got some levels. Alright, thanks. Yay, game. +1 craft for Dooley, up to 6. +1 strength for Yaru to 8. +2 strength for Dracophile and Farron to 15 and 9. Very nice. +2 health for Super Alu to 34. +1 health for Eolil to 33. +2 perception for MDB to 12. +1 medic for Denabre to 6. More armor for Sergeant Joe to 49. +1 health for Tolpanzer to 22, and Sherry to 25. +2 perception for Lysane to 12. Excellent. +1 herbalism for Yuri to 11. +2 health for Angel Kitty to 34. +1 backstab for Kijikun to 2. +2 will for Karn to 19. Alright, and back in our village. Wow, lots of stealth. +1 stealth for Setsuna, Ferris, and Lel Bunny to 18. 2. And 2. +2 gathering for Sierra Mike to 7. +1 medic for DNA to 8. +1 magic for Maria to 10. +1 health for Graham and Kieran Halcyon to 21 and 15. +1 will for Veronica to 21. +1 strength for Shift Derico to 13. +1 traps for Ivory Taria to 5. +2 perception for Cressons to 13. Stealth is good for Splodies. Unfortunately, you can't get Splodies in this game. Hey, Sierra Mike, how's it going? +2 will for Mortal Vision to 35. +2 folklore for Long Mace to 10. That is a lot of folklore. +1 folklore for Jorl to 2. +2 gathering for Edward to 10. +1 strength for Bart and Dupre to 15 and 27. +1 health for Nadia to 37. +1 folklore for Jana to 5. +1 will for Shimino to 26. +1 health for Mina to 26. +1 tactics for Sigurd to 5. +1 will for Iolo to 36. And finally, +1 speech for Lord British to 13. Alrighty. I feel like I have made a crap ton of those seaweed cookies, which is a little bit more than I need. Oh yeah, it's because we finished up making everything else. Okay. I could make some shields. Like, just make shields for research points. Got a lot of elven wood, and I'm not really using it for anything else. What does this do? 3 armor, 5 shielding, 3 attractiveness, 88 weight. That'd be 72 weight, 3, 5, 5. That's a lot of attractiveness. What other wood do we have? 4, 6, 3. 5, 8, 3, 68. I mean, it could be nice to get some extra attractiveness. What else? We could try gold. A Boosh shield. That gives some will. Let's see. The enchanted bone gives magic. 9, 11, and 5 magic. Holy cow, that's a lot of magic. That is a ton of magic. Weighs a lot. Suppose we might be able to get something better out of that with, it's 92, 100, 911, 810. I mean, we got a lot more of this. 810 is still pretty good, and if we're looking for, like, magic boosts, that's pretty amazing. Now the question is, what do we want to use down here? Actually, what do we get out of Dragon Bone? That gives Leech. Yeah, we want to use Enchanted Bone here. I think she likes the idea of magic. Oh, I like the idea of magic. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. What do we get out of this? Oh, Ruby would make it even better. Diamond 11, 14. It's pretty light. 6 diamond. A lot of research. It does take a lot to make it, but... What else? 7, 8... 9, 12. 9, 12 is really good. 7, 9. Need to remember that recipe. You're addicted to magic-bearing characters. Oh yeah, it's really good. That's 8, 10. I think going with the ruby is probably a little bit better. 9, 9. Interesting looking there. What about dragon leather? That would give a little bit of leech. Also 12 armor, 10 shielding, but I'd rather have more shielding. What do we get with mithril? A snowy peak, perception, okay. Silver gives dexterity. Bone gives nothing. Monster bone gives nothing. Dragon bone gives, basically shielding. I mean, leech. My mistake. Steel is just a shield. Iron is buckler. Right, gold is the Boosh shield. It's a lot of will, but... yeah. Alright. So 11, 14 versus 9, 12. 92 weight, 19 research, 20 research, 86 weight. Why don't we make 2 of each for now? I kind of like the idea of that. This would get 14.3, that's 14. We don't have a whole lot of this. That's also 14. That's 11.5. That's 11. $14.5. Yeah. We could probably find some more dragon leather somewhere. It only takes 3, so... Well, you know... 14%. We got a lot of that. And we know where there's some sources of this, so we'll use the ancient wood. We'll sacrifice 0.3% chance. Let's just go take another dragon horde. There is a temptation there, yes.